Well, hello, and a very warm welcome back to
Hello.
the Andrew
Yes.
Waites Show. Hello to Aline.
Hello.
Well, it's the Aline Waites Show, really. We
It's
know
the
we
Aline Waites Show,
established
yeah,
that
of course it
beforehand,
is.
which is
God, I
always.
think it's the Caroline Duffy show today,
But
actually.
no, but that's what we do, don't we? We shine a spotlight on different poets, and they've got their little poetry
Indeed, yes.
corner. This
Yes,
is the place for poetry, the PFP, we like to call it, the place for poetry, and we like to shine a spotlight because lots of people, we're introducing them to poets that they may not have come across beforehand, those they've missed. And what I love about it, we put it in perspective, we find a little bit about their life, a little bit about their work, and then we shine a spotlight on one particular poem that you have picked, poetry picked by Aline Waites. It's got to be good.
I can say what Catherine Viner said about this book.
Oh, yes, please.
The World's Wife is a joyous, exuberant book of poems about women usually excluded from myth and history.
Oh, very well. Hold it up. Hold up the book. Let's have a look, because I like this principle. Hold it up. There it is. The World's, what, Caroline, a bit higher, left a bit, right a bit. There we go. Right a bit, left a bit. That's it. Caroline Duffy, The World's Wife. And I love that. Brilliant book.
Yeah.
And it really is. That's the theme. That's the theme. It's all about
$8.99 from Picador.
From Picador, we get our usual commission. Picador
and there's another one.
Sounds like something from play school.
Cheeky, subversive, no-nonsense swipe with a dish of clout at the famous men of history and myth. They don't have a chance in hell of dodging her quick-witted wallop as she relays their stories from the spouse's point of view.
I love it. A quick-witted wallop.
Quick-witted wallop. I think that's wonderful. But this one...
It's so good if they introduce, please welcome live on stage, Chris, the quick-witted wallop.
Right. Oh, I guess a nice tissue. Yes.
I know, it's an emotional moment, this, isn't it? Wonderful. So which particular wife is the spotlight going to be shone on to today? I think you promised us a little bit of Aesop, didn't you?
Mrs. Aesop, yes.
Mrs. Aesop. Well, let's.
There's so many quotes in here. It's very funny.
Oh, I love it.
I want to stop and wait for the applause each time I do one.
Well, anyway. It's over to you, Aline Waites, with Mrs. Aesop, but from the wonderful Carol Ann Duffy.
Mrs. Aesop by Carol Ann Duffy. By Christ, he could bore for purgatory. He was small, didn't prepossess, so he tried to impress. Dead man, Mrs. Aesop, he'd say, tell no tales. Well, let me tell you now that the bird in his hand shat on his sleeve. Never mind the two worth less in the bush. Tedious. Going out was worse. He'd stand at our gate, look, then leap, scour the hedgehogs for a shy mouse, the fields for a sly fox, the sky for one particular swallow that couldn't make a summer. The jackdaw, according to him, envied the eagle. Donkeys would, on the whole, prefer to be lions. On one appalling winter stroll, we passed an old hare snoozing in a ditch. He stopped and made a note. And then about a mile further on, a tortoise, somebody's pet, creeping slow as marriage up the road. Slow but certain, Mrs. Aesop wins the race. Asshole. What race? What sour grapes? What silk purse? Sow's ear, dog in the manger? What big fish? Some days I could hardly keep awake as the story droned on towards the moral of itself. Action, Mrs. A, speaks louder than words. And that's another thing. The sex was diabolical. I gave him a fable one night about a little cock that wouldn't crow, a razor-sharp axe with a heart blacker than the pot that called the kettle. I'll cut your tail off all right, I said, to save my face. That shut him up. I laughed last and longest. Isn't that wonderful? Oh dear, made me laugh so much when I first read it. All those terrible fables. Oh dear.
Oh, wonderful. It's a glorious, glorious delight to hear from Carol. Duffy.
Wonderful.
So wonderful stuff. Right, tempt us then, as you always do, tantalizingly tempting. What's going to be in the next little tidbit?
Oh, the next one. What shall I do next? What shall I do next? I'm afraid Dorothy has got a bit. I've got a nice one of Dorothy. They're all a bit longer. Does it matter?
I think we have the attention span.
I've got one of mine, which is. Oh, hang about. I've got so much. I can't tell you how much.
Well, pick one.
Terry Cobstan's Little Girls. Do you want someone about Little Girls?
Is that by you?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, we'll have that next time.
Terry Cobstan's. It's absolutely. Well, it's not absolutely true, but it's a bit true.
A bit.
The idea behind this is true.
That sounds like a choice. You could have the truth, the whole truth, or nothing but the truth.
You could have my poem. I never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Oh, you're nicking my lines again.
Oh, yeah.
It's all good. We'll see you next time for a little bit of the truth. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay.
So thank you again to Aline Waites for joining me, and glorious moments with Carol and Duffy, and a different look on the world. If you'd like to be a guest or have suggestion for guests, you can write to me at guests@octopustv.com. That's guests@octopustv.com. Don't forget, you can follow me at Andrew Eborn at octopustv, and subscribe on all of the usual channels. But for me, for now, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.